Okay, well, I don't want to make everybody wait too long. Oh, that's what's wrong. I'm missing my light. Anyway, what's up, peoples? Um, give me a second. I'm gonna come back because I gotta get some light because I look dead. Be right back. Okay, that's a little bit better. But dang, I looked, I, I looked dead. What's up, everybody? I mean, I'm tired as hell because I work like a freaking slave again today. But it was a very much a Monday today. So much so till I got my regular grape juice. It ain't adult grape juice. It's regular grape juice because it's a Monday and I'm gonna have to work again. But anyway, what's happening, y'all? How's everybody doing? It was a crazy busy weekend for me. Didn't get to fly, but I did get to crash some shit the week before. Oh, fuck it, Nate. I'm not even gonna post it. If you put that shit up on there, Nate, I ain't even gonna play it. Dingus. Hope you guys got to see the premiere because Nate and I were acting like total idiots. We were acting like total idiots last week when we flew. It was fun. He keeps posting these pictures. Anyway, um, hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody flew some planes, didn't crash planes like I did over the last month. It's been a crazy, crappy month for me. You know what? I thought about it too. Last year, August was my crap month. Uh, August was my crap month. So I think I'm getting it out of my system already because thankfully the month's almost over, but ugh, it's been crazy. So anyway, yeah, so you can see my eyes are red because I'm tired. Had to go clean up some messes today because people was doing the wrong thing. People keep asking if I'm ever gonna fly a turbine. My answer is an emphatic no because turbines run off of jet fuel or diesel, and I've been pumping thousands and thousands of gallons of diesel, smelling like diesel when I come home. The last thing I want to do is mess with some diesel on my free time. So, answer about turbines and Gooniac is hell no. Ain't gonna happen. So Hanger 51, what's up, Slimmy? There's a lot of people talking. I saw some people in the other chat. So thanks for hanging out with the premiere there. I got a few more videos coming, and there will be a couple crash videos. Nate was there for one of them. Big Chris, what's up? Nathaniel Pulling, what's happening? Shadow Ops is here. Mr. Alan Gentry is here. JS RC Hobbies is here. Andy Cho, partner in crime over there in Livermore. Pete Lane, what's up? JCB67. Another partner in crime from over there at Livermore Flying Electrons, Mr. Joe Del Dizon. Keith Christie, what's up? Paul McNeil. Who else? Victor RC Jess, congratulations on your maiden over the weekend. Mickey BRC, what's up? Nate, I see you. Give me a minute. Um, Gab Street, what's up? Airvect, what's happening? So, yeah. Oh my God. Okay, I'll add that. So look at that. Put that back, you idiot.
Oh, okay. Now you have me, huh? Now
Of
you
course,
have me.
because you're showing stupidness of your stupidness. Yeah, put that away. That's like the worst picture ever. My God.
Dude, that's one of the stickers Scott made, dude. So Scott made this one,
Oh my God. That's
and then
terrible.
he made this one, dude, and he's sending me a ton of them.
Okay, that one is kind of funny.
What's up, everybody? Oh my God,
Okay, now
dude.
I should just take you off because that's enough.
No.
What's up, the Fred Baron? Lionel Randall, what's up? Um, Dennis Farley, what's happening? I see all you guys. Anyway, I didn't blast this out, so we may not have a whole lot of people in here today, but oh well. I've been pretty busy,
Oh,
but I've got to keep getting things going for this RC Air Show that we got going. So any of you guys that if you're here in the San Francisco Bay Area, come out and see us on this coming Saturday.
I was thinking about what I was going to bring the Tomcats on Saturday.
You ain't going to Tomcats. You better not be.
No, I'm not. Don't worry. I'm going to go to Air Show. Should I do an airliner flight for the Air Show?
I'm fine with it.
That'd be kind of fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like do scale airliner flying, but then like be a dumbass too, and then do loops and rolls. Like,
Yeah, but you just can't make people bored. But yeah, sure. I'm
and
serious. I'm done with it. Couple minutes. Actually, no, that's good. Yeah, no, I already got an idea for that. I got an idea for that.
We just need like an airline captain to like moderate something. Hey, we got.
It'll include rocket fire. Let's put it that way.
I see what you're thinking now.
Yeah.
Air dingus.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah, I was gonna do the usual. So let's go ahead and do the questions thing.
God damn it!
That's right. See? Mm-hmm. Stop it.
That was for Mickey B, dude. He loves that.
That was hilarious. The one that was a fun. I mean, I can't totally cap on you for all those because some of the ones you got were pretty funny.
They're all funny, dude.
Some are just annoying, but that was funny.
No, they're all funny, dude. Come on.
So anyway,
They're all funny, dude. Dude, this one
and
I
that's
got.
Estera y Familia RC Programa. He's here again. What's up, man? Oh, God, I hate that one. I've been getting a little sun because I'm a little darker than I have been. But
yeah.
Into the servos.
We always do that. We always do that with our airplanes.
It started with the F-35.
Yeah. Was I the one who started that, or you?
Yeah. There was a song from back in the days by De La Soul. I can't remember which one it was, but it had this scratching part that sounds a lot like what our servos do. So I got to figure out what the song is.
Did I reorganize the top of my tool chest? It looks so good.
Mike Bird, what's up? George Watts, what's happening?
Charging your China hobby lines for some more abuse.
Yeah. Those things are cool. So as I said, I've had some pretty nasty crashes over the last couple of weeks. Nate got to see one, and I have that video. I was trying to get it to upload to my phone, but it didn't work.
Oh man, my whole video I did after that was pretty funny, man.
Yeah, it was. So I'll just tell everybody what happened before. And there are questions though. If you guys got any questions, so they'll become putting Aviation 100 in my. Big Chris, no. If you're gonna put that thing in there, change the settings to fit the motor, so it would make it low timing.
Oh.
Turn your cutoff off and all that other stuff. You could leave it default, but still, I wouldn't do it. Change it. Easy to change.
Refer back to what I did in my 80 F-16.
But so yeah, I killed. I mean, Nate, you're frozen. Oh, there we go. I totally killed my MiG-21 over the weekend. I mean, over on Thursday. I mean, destroyed it. Destroyed it. It was bad.
It was mangled. It wasn't destroyed. Do we have to remind you what destroyed looks like?
No.
I've still got the F-104 in a bag over here.
That's destroyed. Yeah, you're right.
That's destroyed.
That's destroyed.
Yours just a little mangled.
Mine was messed up. So
I know, I always freeze up. My damn Wi-Fi sucks.
I was ripping around like crazy with my MiG-21. Now, first off, MiG-21, if that plane crashes, and it obviously did, I ain't got no problem with that because I got that plane in 2016, and it's been through to hell and back. Flew off the paths at Bayland, landed on grass, went all the way down to Apollo Field, flew there, flew in Gilroy, flew in all these different places. Had like seven,
Gilroy.
8 different, yeah, not Gilroy, Watsonville.
Oh,
Um, flown to all these different places, and done all these different things
right,
with it. And so, you know, it's had a good life. So a plane like that crashing is no big deal because it's been around forever. But it was. So I was flying like a complete idiot, basically full throttle for like 3 minutes straight. And then started just acting like an idiot with the throttle going just for the hell of it. And I did it one too many times, and the ESC just went poof.
The plane like wigged down and just went into the fence.
So I'm like, what the hell? Is it not coming back? So I kept trying to get the throttle to come back, and it's just going wah, wah, wah. So I'm like, what the hell?
Well,
it literally was making that noise because the ESC was dead. The FETs were gone. So it was going wah, wah. And so then I'm like, oh shit, it's not coming back. So I'm like, I didn't think to put the gear up and just land in the grass.
You're like,
I was trying to make it to the field, full up elevator, and was like an inch and a half too low over the barbed wire fence, and it just tore the plane to crap. I've got it all on video too, so that video is going to be going up soon. I just couldn't get it to transfer.
Like I'm sitting there, I was waiting to fly my ever so beautiful 90mm Viper. I'm like sitting there, and I'm watching
video of me flying that too.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, and then I'm like, wait, is that you, Ray? And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh,
whack!
I'm like, that's not him. That's not him.
No. And he's right there, first on the scene.
Oh god, that was funny. I was in rare form that night.
Yeah, no, it was bad. But Shadow Ops, the battery was fine. The battery was not the issue. The battery was still at 22 point.
No, he smoked the ESC smoked.
Yeah,
it smelled like ass.
Yeah, the ESC smoked.
That plane smelled worse than that fly I fried on my Kenny bugs after last night, dude. Can you like see the? Is
the bug gone?
Can you like see the stain?
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Dude, that bug literally disintegrated. I hit it, I killed it, but then it stuck on there. So I'm like, well, let me just turn it on and let it fry. And this thing smells like shit.
And it smells like burnt something. Nasty.
It smells like burnt shit, dude.
So anyway, the MiG-21's dead. No, I saw that. That was nasty.
Dude, he's like smoking.
Cooking this bastard, dude.
It's bad. Anyway.
And right after I turned that video, I went poof. Yeah. He blew up, dude. Yeah, but dude, this Kenny bug zapper, dude.
Zapatui. I got the ones from Harbor Freight, and they were real good. They were real good. They probably have a stronger battery.
I'm just tapping the table with it. Yeah, it's got 2 modes, so you can flip it into this mode, and you have to squeeze the trigger for it to work, and then you can go full active where it's just on.
It's just on all the time?
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if Jeff Tui's in here tonight. So they were all trying to beg Kenny to lick the zapper, right?
Ooh, that would hurt like crazy.
Just listen. I wasn't there to witness it, but if Kenny's in here tonight, he'll tell you. So they were trying to beg Kenny to lick his bug zapper, and he was like, no. And I was on the Zoom Friday night till about 11 p.m. my time, and I thought, let me get off and go to sleep. And I guess it was Air Marshal, Kenny, and Tui on the Zoom, and I guess Tui got really wasted.
Oh, God.
And he licked it, and apparently his whole tongue went numb, the whole side of his face went numb.
I've shocked my fingers, and it leaves little. It kills the skin.
It's
bad. It's not good.
Yeah,
Shock the mess out, Joe.
I guess Tui, because this one's pretty strong, man. I mean, that thing blew up that fly. So literally.
Like I said, you haven't blown the wings off a fly yet.
I blew an entire fly up.
No, I know that, but it's different when you go to hit the fly and it just blows its wings off and it's running around with no wings.
Oh.
That's messed up, but yeah.
Apparently next week it's supposed to be a little warmer, so hopefully I'll supposed to be like one of the last warm weeks of the year. So hopefully I'll see some. Actually, I'm gonna bring this to Tomcast next time I go because the gnats out there are
Those
nasty.
gnats in the evening, those are nasty. But anyway, so yeah, I lost 2 planes this month. The F-16, which was my fault, and the MiG-21, which was partially my fault. I think I could have saved it, but that was just.
You could easily
make it. I can make it. Yeah, no, it's all right though. It's good. I need some space.
That was funny. Why are we talking about killing bugs and zapping people? I don't know, Gav Street. We won't
Oh,
talk.
if we go to Florida, we be killing hella bugs out there, man.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, don't ever bring up what am I talking about. We don't talk about that Instagram live that one night, dude. That was bad.
That was interesting. So we have another person I haven't seen here. My 24 Hind. Hello.
What's going on?
Milmai. What's up?
Ultra Steak.
So yeah. So Mike Bird. So hey, yes. Anyway, any questions, guys? Throw them out there now. I don't really have a whole big thing planned today because I've still got fire booty duty that I'm doing here, and my wife is gonna get annoyed because stuff's still up in the living room, soldering in here. But I helped her with stuff yesterday, so she's cool. So yeah, no, killing bugs is fun. I was zapping flies out on the patio earlier today when I took the cat out to run around.
Booty duty.
Shadow Ops, I've seen it fly in real life too. When I went to Vegas, I got to see it on the ground, and then it flew later. Yes, Mickey BRC, I'm not a pimp, and I did say booty duty. Yeah, I have pictures of the Hind from Nellis Aviation Nation 2016. It's a cool thing to see. And yes, they're very loud.
I got solder on my garage floor.
Yeah, as much soldering as I do, there's solder everywhere.
I love when it hits the garage floor because then you get like these little bendy, chunky bits of solder.
Yeah.
I resoldered. That heavy duty 5000 Jack gave me. I was tired of using shitty Amazon adapter, so I soldered an EC5 onto it.
So you're not friends, and why the heck are you doing a live with it? But anyway, whatever. So anyway.
Don't worry, Ray. I was very generous with the solder.
Alrighty then.
I've learned from the Gooniac.
Mm-hmm. So, what's on y'all's mind? Actually, no, and I flew the Viper over the weekend too. Over on Thursday. I keep saying weekend because I'm used to flying on the weekend. But I flew the Viper on Thursday. Flew Nate's Viper. I'm trying to get that video uploaded today, but it was not behaving.
Piece of bendy.
It's a fun plane. I like it. E-Flight / FMS did a really good job on that one.
When you gonna get yours, Ray?
Hopefully Wednesday or Thursday. Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll see. I gotta talk to Andy.
That was funny, man. Ray got pissed because I found out he was getting a Viper.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it a secret, but Big Bad Bob or Andy, one of the two.
Nah.
They spilled it.
It wasn't Andy.
It wasn't anybody. Bob. It was Bob.
No, it wasn't anybody. I found out.
From Bob. Come on now.
No, I just found out.
From Bob.
He didn't
From
tell me.
Bob. Yes, he did. I know that was how I found out. Lyndon Stewart, what's up, my friend? So wait a minute. I'm finding time because I'm harvesting now. Okay, cool, Alan.
Dude, it sucks because if we do an hour-long show, I can't sneak a flight after because it's gonna be dark.
You want to go fly? Go fly.
No, it's all good.
But Yeah. So my what do you call it?
He'd tear the gear out.
Yeah, gear. The gear's okay though. All the gear's fine. It's just torn out.
No, he's talking about he's saying you should get a V1200.
No, I don't want that plane. It's not my
Yeah,
kind of.
he doesn't want that plane because I made his plane look slow when I flew with him.
It's not just that. It's just not my plane. I get bored of that really quick.
Dude, dude, it sucks that Keon went off, dude. If Keon was here, dude, we should do a V1200 demo. That'd be sick.
That would be awesome. The crowd would go crazy for that. But
I could still
I
do it.
won't be here. You can do one if you want.
See, now the problem is I'm thinking of all these things I do, and that means I have to bring like 10 airplanes, and I'm not bringing any more than 4.
That's all you need to bring 4.
Which ones though?
We'll talk about that later.
Viper, airliner.
Sure. Airliner. That's freaking huge.
That's not big.
What else? I was thinking of something else. I had something else in mind. Oh, you don't have? We could do. Well, Jack doesn't have an F-22 anymore.
No, his F-22 exploded.
But you have the F-35, as do I. But what could we fly with him if he had the if we flew the F-35s?
Gavin.
Oh no.
Literally, going to the field gives me a mental headache because like, what planes do I bring? Which ones? I was like having a mental breakdown today because I'm like, I need to fly my Sirius, but if I bring my Viper, I don't want to bring it because they're too similar.
The Fred Baron, yes, there are ways to change all that stuff with the Smart ESC on your DX9.
Yeah, you can. If the programming isn't showing up on the DX9, you just got to update it. Or if it's not showing up on any radio, you got to update your radio. Unless it's like an old DX8 from like ancient times ago, it's not going to work on that.
Oops. Yeah, and I've been getting my finally been getting my DX9 stuff. Nate helped me transfer stuff over to my new NX10.
Oh, it was just I gave Jack my F-22 and the motor just decided to fry and it burned a hole in the plane. The plane didn't like actually explode, but it just burned a hole in the top because the motor caught on fire or something.
So yeah, I mean I have the F-22 still. I have to balance the fan, but I could do that.
No, dude, that'd actually be a good thing for the crowd if you have a fan that blows up.
Yeah, I'm not about that, Zach. We had that one year, and that will never happen again. So everybody was crashing left and right. It was freaking terrible.
What?
Everybody was crashing left and right that one year. It was just absolutely horrible.
You were crashing left and right? What?
Not me. All my stuff was fine, but everyone else's was crashing. Nope.
So if you're talking about ESC programming, how did I do it to my Viper with a DX9? DX9?
So Airvex, you're gonna like that E-Flight F4 with the XY. It's gonna be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
What should I fly, dude? I want to fly something. Kind of fiending going to rip the Viper real quick. I don't know. Winds are dead calm right now, dude. I'd have to fly.
Yeah, Street. I've just made it a habit of, well, with my other one, with my free wing, it always yaws to the right. So whenever I'd pull up from takeoff, it would always kind of pull because it yaws and rolls at the same time.
Just fly the plane, keep it straight.
So I always do my landing approach. Well, it depends on the wind, but I always do a left-hand landing approach so it doesn't hurt. It kind of holds the nose funny. If I do a right-hand approach, it's a little different, but it's still easy. It's easy to deal with.
You think about it, in a real airplane, if you got yawing problems, you just got to fly the airplane, buddy. Fly the airplane.
Use your rudder. Mr. Michael Wright, so what's up? Jelonius, what's happening? So they're asking about how to program stuff. So Nate, do you have anything that you might be able to demonstrate for programming?
I could do, since my Viper doesn't have very much trim, I can go fly my Viper and then do some programming. Because I kind of want to go fly my Viper, for being honest.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Okay, if you do it, I can still blabbermouth.
Yeah, dude, because the wind, it's so perfect tonight. I want to go fly something. I'll be back.
What's up, Brian Brissett? So I'll pull him back when he's here. So, yeah, you got to update your radio. And if you update your radio, then it'll do all that stuff. So when he comes back, I'll put him back on the screen. So anyway, any other questions? Like I said, we ain't gonna go crazy tonight. I'm not gonna stay on forever, but we'll be on for probably another 15, 30 minutes, somewhere in there. Bob Turner, what's happening? So Nate's out flying. But Gaff Street, I think that's just a trait of the F-16s because my 90 millimeter does the same thing. Here, I'll just put, that's a good question. I'll put it up on the screen. You can mix in the rudder, but the only issue with mixing in the rudder is that you'll have to add elevator compensation or aileron compensation too, because the rudder also makes it roll. It's a combination of things. If you use flight modes, that helps. But I just fly the plane, make it work. Mike Bird, yes. Mr. Andy Cho's hooking me up. I've got a plane coming. I'm buying the one that he had. So yes, and we're having an RC air show over the weekend, as I've said. Just going to be we're flying at the airport day at Reed Hillview Airport in San Jose. So it's going to be me, Nate, and Jack. And Jack is a little 10-year-old kid that is an amazing pilot. He's going to have his, Nate's going to have his, and I'm going to have mine. We'll do some sort of routine with it and be kind of cool. But yeah, I got to get it. Hopefully, I'll just have to get it flown before the air show because I flew it. I flew Nate's. I tried to get that video up, but it didn't work. I flew Nate's on Thursday, and it was amazing for what it is. Amazing. So we'll see. And I also got to see an 8S powered version of that plane too, and that was pretty cool. But what else is going on with y'all? Have I flown the FMS? Yeah, the FMS A10, that was one of my favorite planes. I have flown it. What do you need to know about it? Because that was I've just recently flown the new V2. I flew Angelo's, Mr. Gelonius, Angelo Lopez. I helped him get his maiden. And it is a fun to fly airplane. Especially since the new one has the new upgraded motors. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah. If you're torn between the two, Big Chris, I think it's a no-brainer to go for the Hawk. The Hawk is a really, really, really good plane, and that will fly pretty much everywhere. I would suggest the Hawk over the A10. I like them both, but you get a lot more bang for the buck with the Hawk because it's versatile. You can fly it anywhere. And I've flown mine for as long as 13 minutes on a 4000. So yeah, it can be done. And after learning what I did about my ESCs, the ESC that comes in the Hawk, I probably could have flown longer because that battery was actually okay. But anyway, yes, the Hawk is all around good bird, all around. And Shadow, I've been watching your nitro engine break-in stuff. I've seen that. Good to, and I helped a club member with some nitro stuff a couple weeks ago. It was good to see that I still got the touch. Was able to help him get his nitro plane flying. He was able to fly it around before he blew out his glow plug. But so I guess Nate's still out flying. But let me put this up on the screen here. They call it Hot San Jose Nights. It's kind of a weird thing because it used to be an actual cruise the night before and all that other stuff, but it's a day event, and we're going to have an RC air show where we get to fly our stuff. So I'm going to put that in the chat so you guys can see. So anybody in the San Francisco Bay Area, come out and see us on Saturday. Gates open at 10, air shows at about 12:30, and we're gonna have lots of cool stuff. I mean, it's not gonna be a whole bunch because the crowd gets bored pretty easily, but we're gonna have the EDFs, we're gonna have some warbirds, we're gonna have some crazy helicopter demo, which is really good, always really good. Alex RC does that. Some big large scale warbirds flying. The EDFs that we always have, and then we're going to have some turbines, a big 3D plane. So all the basics that people want to see, good stuff. A Mephisto is what we're going to have for the turbine. So you get to see a gigantic plane do some vectored thrust coolness. But yeah. So Alan Gentry, this started a few years ago. Basically, I work together with the airport. Here, let me just put that up here. Because technically, we're not supposed to be able to do this, but I worked together with the airport, and they decided that they wanted to let the crowd. We can't do a full-scale air show because of where we are, but they said they did want to have an air show since it's an airport day. And if it was possible, if we could fly our stuff, and it started in 2015, we did the first one. And that was just kind of thrown together because the person that was running it didn't really have a vision for what an air show was. And the next year we were able to do it, and we did a pretty good job. And then this 2017 was not the best because of the heat. But then 2018 was really good. 19 was really good. And then hopefully this year will be too. But the whole point is to show how you're not supposed to do things without permission. What's up, Hamilton? But if you are able to work with the airports and do things the right way, we get a NOTAM and we shut down the airport and shut down the airspace so that we can do what we do. Shows that we can work together with the airport to do an event like this and then show people the right way to do things. So only happens once a year. There's some issues with the airport. They're trying to get it shut down, but so we're trying to keep all the positive publicity going for the airport. So we're going to put on a little bit of an air show and talk to people about the right and wrong ways to do things with RC and show people that. And Ricky Thrower is going to be there putting on a show as he always does. He's been out there with us a couple years, and both years he's done a sweet job with his airplanes. He does a really good job keeping everybody's attention with this stuff. But the whole point is to show people how RC aviation leads to bigger and better things. I mean, Nate's a prime example of it. He's flying RC planes, but he's also a full-scale pilot. And a couple of the people. Oh, hey, there's Mike Nadler. I used to fly with him at Baylands. What's up, Mike? So a couple of the people that fly with us are actually full-scale pilots. So the guy who's putting on the demo with the Mephisto, he is just a recently retired Southwest pilot and Air Force pilot. And the guys that did it with us last year and the couple years before were Southwest pilots and military pilots too. So it leads to RC can lead to bigger and better things if you want to. I mean, these guys fly the real thing, and they still want to fly RC. So, and one of the kids who's I helped learn how to fly RC back in the days. He's 23 now and flying Eagles for the United States Air Force. So, it leads to bigger and better things. The thing with me, I didn't necessarily get all of the support that I needed to push me to that next level for RC, from RC to the full scale thing. So since it's it's too late for me to make a good career out of it, I've at least tried to find a way to help the younger kids figure out what it is that they want to do, and do it for a living. I can still do the RC thing for fun, but I can still do the RC thing for fun. But the kids, the younger generation, they can actually do it as a profession if they want to. Nate's on the road for that right now.
Oh my god, I love this plane, dude.
So you didn't crash it? Okay, good.
Yeah, right. Okay. So you guys want to see ESC programming? Is that what they want to see? More
That's
ESC
what
stuff?
people were saying they wanted to see. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me set up my tripod and try to make.
Oh, you're okay. All right, Shadow Ops. I'll see you later.
Let me see if I can get this to work.
So, yeah, Andy Cho, if you haven't met Ricky, Ricky's an awesome person. And if you can make it out to the event, come on out. That'll be cool. We'll get to see you. And you can set up with us if you want to and just hang out the whole time.
Okay.
Thankfully, Alan Gentry, the way that the airport's set up,
That'll work.
the way that we do our flying displays, we're a good distance away from the stuff. The hangars are well behind us. So if anything happens, God forbid, what did that one year? If anything happens, it usually happens out on the runway. So we try to keep stuff away from the crowds, away from all that. So the whole point in us doing it at the airport is to show people that it can be done if you get the proper permission, and that there are right and wrong ways to do things. So that's what we do. Don't forget your mute it. There you go. There, I muted you. You have to turn it off yourself.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
You got to point it at something, not your head.
I know. That's what I'm getting to.
Dingus. There you go.
Okay.
Timer cleared.
All right. Is it echoing still?
No.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
I don't know, dude. We're doing some ESC programming, aren't we?
That's the plan. So guys, what I'd like to do on this channel is make sure that what I'm doing is actually helping people and helping you guys learn something. You got to hold it up a little further so people can
I know.
see.
I'm hold on. I'm snipping a picture of my trims because I got to mess with the trims for this ESC.
Okay. So I want to help people out with this channel. I'm not going to make it all about me and all about other stuff that's not really doing anything. So we want to help the community in some way.
Okay.
So go ahead and show.
Okay.
So let me get that out of there. Okay. Put it up a little further so people can see.
I know. I'm not getting to it yet. Okay. So for the ESC programming, okay, there we go. That's better. So for the ESC programming menu, you're going to access that. Well, it's not going to show now because I don't have the plane on. Let me turn the volume off. So let me plug in the plane so you can see this. So to see where the ESC menu is, first of all, this works with any Gen 2 DX, NX, or IX transmitter. So let me plug in the plane so you guys can just see the menu. So the plane's bound.
Which plane?
Huh?
What plane is that?
The Viper.
Yeah.
So to get to your ESC menu, you're on your main screen here where you fly, and you scroll all the way over to the right. That's where you access the ESC menu. And obviously it says, move sticks to enter. So the catch to the ESC thing is you're using your right stick. It needs to see full 100% endpoints in your radio. Actually, hold on. Let me close the garage so the neighbors don't think I'm crazy. Talking to a screen.
Talking to the hand, as I said in that last video.
Okay.
Roberto.
So
Roberto Garcia, ¿qué pasa?
the ESC menu needs to see full 100% endpoints of your stick. So obviously you can see here it's not meeting full endpoints. So if that's the case, you may have rates, which I do. But even then, it's not going to meet full 100. The catch is because I have trims in the airplane. So I took a picture of my trims. So what we're going to do is we don't need to mess with rudder because we're not using rudder. So we're going to get rid of the trims. And now high rates, no trim. And if you have safe enabled, make sure you don't have safe on. So now if we move, we see full 100 in the endpoints, which is what you want. Well, that's minus 99, but it should read it. So now another catch too is you have to do it within like the first 30 seconds of plugging the plane in. So if I tried it right now, it wouldn't work. So let's plug the plane in again. Plane is bound. So obviously we check in full 100% endpoints. So now let's go over to our ESC menu. So Avian program. So step 1, up, low throttle, up elevator, left aileron. Okay. Now step 2, we're going to go up elevator, right aileron to enter the menu. Okay, you have officially entered the dark side. So you're now in the ESC menu. So to scroll through the menu, you use your up elevator stick to go through the menu. And then if you want to make changes to that certain menu, you use left or right to go through. So first here, we have brake types. So with this Viper, we can do reverse. So to do your reverse out of the box, it's going to say normal, or it's going to say disabled, not normal, just disabled. So to do your reverse, use your right stick, go through, select reverse, and keep going through. And this is the other thing. With the F-16 and this Viper, it says cutoff voltage here. Out of the box, it's defaulted to 3.4 volts.
Way too high.
It's what you don't want. So if you have the Viper, or honestly any plane with an Avian, just go here, cutoff voltage, go to the left, and just disable it. I'd much rather kill the battery myself than have the plane warn me and do something stupid.
Exactly.
So disable that, because with my F-16 with an old battery, I was noticing it was cutting off, early in the flight, which is not normal. And then BEC voltage, that's usually defaulted to 6, which is good. And also, sometimes, actually every time, it'll say startup time soft, which I don't feel is necessary, so I just put it to normal.
Normal's fine.
And then go through. And then timing. With the Viper and the F-16, this isn't so much an issue with propeller airplanes, but with the jets with the in-runners, the Viper and the F-16 were defaulted to 15 degrees timing, which is too high, right?
Yeah.
So, again, if you have a Viper F-16, any EDF, and you can do this, bump that down to 5, the lowest it can go. If you have an in-runner, I should say, okay? Motor rotation, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care governor gain. Whoops. So now, here, if you've done thrust reversing, this is where you select your thrust reverse channel. It's going to default to channel 7, which if you have the F-16, assuming you're using the stock receiver, you have all the channels being used up to gear, and then aux1 is your safe channel, or you can do that. So that would be channel 6. So then thrust reverse can work on the default of channel 7. Now, Pilot Ryan will tell you all about this. With this Viper, we have the airplane using all the way up to aux1 because we have flaps. The F-16 doesn't have flaps. So that's using channel 6, and then safe is going to default to channel 7, which is fine. But then the problem is thrust reverse in the ESC menu is also defaulted to channel 7. So what Pilot Ryan did was when he did his safe demo, he flipped it into safe and thrust reverse kicked in, which no bueno. So with the Viper, I went ahead and bumped it over to channel 8, and I just put it on this switch because I just felt I'm landing. I can land, slam that switch, and hit reverse. So now that you've done everything you want to do, you go here, exit with save. So I basically, set up reverse, disable that stupid cutoff. But you go here, exit with save, and just hit right aileron, and then you see a reboot. There, you hear it. And that's it.
Judy.
And that's it. So yeah, main things, make sure your sticks are meeting full 100, negative 100 endpoints, and do what you want to do. But my main recommendation with the jets is disable the cutoff, and if want reverse, just make sure you're not double assigning your safe with reverse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it, guys. So for the people who wanted to see ESC programming for the Avians, and I did the same thing with the F-16. And when I got the Ultra Stick, I did the same stuff because I did reverse on the Ultra Stick. But yeah,
cool. So yeah, that helps. Hopefully that helps work for you
and
guys.
I'll most likely go back in this stream and I'll probably clip that, like screen record that. So if anybody ever has a question, I'll probably just send them that whole clip, so I don't have to explain it every time.
Cool.
But yeah, that's it. Let me get my trims back in here. Not like this plane. This plane only has all of them combined. It's like 10 clicks of trim. So let me just put them back there.
Yeah, and that was a very pleasant plane to fly. Very pleasant, to say the least.
Okay.
Actually, way better to fly than the 70. The 70 is not nearly that fun.
Okay.
So.
100 throttle cut.
All right, let me put this plane back on the shelf. You know what I love? I flew almost 5 minutes throttle time, and I landed with the battery at 22.9, dude. This thing is, it's just so awesome.
It's that new 36 millimeter motor.
1950 kV, baby. And the battery is like, that's nothing. Although
Adrian,
it is,
glad to help.
it is only like.
Hey, Adrian, you're a member too. Thank you. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, guys. So the ESC thing, it's easy, and I appreciate the fact that they made that an option to be able to do it in the radio. Because obviously with the F-16, it came in very handy, and the F-16 is the reason I found all this crap. What happened to Ray's F-16 is basically what happened to mine, except he couldn't fix it as easy.
Yeah, I couldn't fix it. And come to find out that ESC is not programmable. So it made it even worse.
Yeah, if you would have just gotten a bind and fly, you would have had freaking problems, Ray. Probably would have
I couldn't get it. They didn't have them in stock.
Oh, we'll do good. Should have jumped on it quick. Perfect.
Yeah. So if I get another one, it's going to have all the right stuff. Will the Avian give you battery voltage if it's a smart battery? If it's not a smart battery,
so if you don't have a smart battery, it's going to give you basically everything. It'll give you the overall pack voltage. Like I have the telemetry set up so I can click the bind button. It'll give me the pack's voltage. Like that's where I got the 22.9 from. Well, with the smart pack, you get individual cell voltages and you can get all the battery information. But if you have a smart battery, you get all that information. But if you don't have one, you'll still get the overall pack voltage, but not individual cell readings. The smart pack, it'll tell you like actual percentage. It'll tell you how many cycles the battery's had. But you get enough information without it. But if you want to know everything about your battery, you can use a smart. But yeah.
So Lionel Randall, on the 64 millimeter A10, what do you mean you're losing power on the top end?
Maybe your motors are going bad like everybody else's.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that had one motor that would just start going really bad.
Remember how one of mine went bad and I replaced it?
Yeah.
Now the other one went bad. It's still
really?
It's still putting out full RPM because it's flying the same, but it's starting to make that noise at low end throttle.
The grinding noise.
Yeah, the grinding noise.
Yeah.
Dude, they had one at Jet Jam that literally sounded like the Gatling gun off the airplane.
Really?
It sounded horrible, but it was beat to crap, so they didn't care if it blew up or not. It was hilarious.
Let's see. Somebody asked a good question. What was it? Oh, throttle curve. Programming a throttle curve is not hard. They give you the menu. I don't really know why you need
It's
to do
not really
that.
necessary on an electric.
You don't need it
Yeah,
with an
but if your one motor sounds very crunchy, that you probably had a dead motor. There's a lot of the almost everybody I know that had the E-Flight has the E-Flight A10 has had a motor go bad, including me. I'm on a second one going bad.
I know that's happened to several people I know. Yes, Twin City, it will give you the pack voltage, but it won't give you cell voltage. And then
Without a smart battery, can I get voltage readout with an? Yeah. It'll give you like I said, it'll give you the pack voltage, but it will not give you individual cell voltage.
Won't give you individual cells, but it'll give you pack.
But like I can click my find button, and it says ESC 22 point whatever volts, and it'll tell you how many amps it's putting out, and then the temperature of the ESC. But yeah.
Cool. So hopefully helping y'all out. That's the whole point of this channel, to try to help people out, try to relay some of the info that I've gathered over the 30 plus years that I've done this. I ain't about selling stuff. I do that in other ways. I don't do that on this channel. Zane, what's up? There's no such thing as too many airplanes now. Come on.
Yeah,
No.
don't Zane, don't go there.
we can have hundreds of planes and still want more.
Don't be butthurt now, Zane. It's okay.
Okay, William Hope. Let me put my email in there again. That's the best way to get a hold of me. I have the website too, but
Yes, Big Chris, you can.
send me an email, William Hope, and then I'll help you out.
The Avian ESC has a battery alarm. The Avian ESC has two types of battery alarms, where you can have a minimum set voltage, or there's also a setting if you have a smart battery, you can if you have a smart battery, they have an imbalanced cell warning. So if you have a battery that has, like, if one cell is like that, you can set it to a certain number. Like if one of your cells is out of balance compared to another one, it'll let you know about that. That's only with a smart pack. And it has the battery alarm, but on a jet, it's so pointless because if you have an older battery, it sags so low that it's just going to go off like a minute into the flight. So I don't use that crap.
So William Hope. So this is his question. He said, just got the E-Flight F-16. I don't know if that's the 80 or the 70, but either way, I need to get your burner. My question is, do you set up the flickering capability, or is it something I have to do on my end? It depends on how you want to do it. So the easiest way to do it with the controller that I have right now, if you just barely go to half throttle, it will start to flicker on its own. Just a little over like 55, 56%, it'll flicker on its own.
Strong. Other joint.
But
Really
if
strong.
you would like for it to, you can set up a throttle curve or set up however you want to do it. If you have a spare channel, then you can make it flicker, do whatever you want. You slave it to the throttle, and then you can make it go however. So that's entirely up to you. I have videos showing how to do that too, if you ever decide you want to. But yeah, it can be done. And I think we had flickering in one of our videos. I don't remember.
Well, what I was thinking too is you might sacrifice a little bit of the brightness, but what you can do is if you have a spare channel, it starts flickering right above when it turns on.
Right.
What you can do is you're going to sacrifice brightness, but you can, like, if you have a spare, you can set that spare channel's endpoint. You can set the 100 to be that, so that it'll just flicker all the time. It's not going to be bright, but
if that's the effect you want, you can do that. You can even put that on a switch too. You can make it so it will flicker just on
you can have it work normal, and you can flip a switch, and then it'll like go into flicker. But that's at like the minimum brightness. So.
But you can even but you don't have to do that. Just going to a little above half throttle and it'll do it. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
If that's the way.
If you're in an F-16, I wouldn't be worried about flicker because the real F-16 don't flicker.
No, if they do, something's wrong with the burner.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know not too many planes at all. Oh yeah, dude.
I saw a video of that. I think it was the Belgian Air Force was flying their F-16, and the guy leaves the burner on the whole time, and it blew out. He had a compressor stall, or he had something went wrong with the burner. The flames are way too big because you could tell something. It was either one of the part of the flame holder was bad or something, but the flame was just huge, and all of a sudden it just goes poof and blows out, and he turns around and comes and lands.
So William Hope, did you get the 80 millimeter? Oh, you did get the 80 millimeter. So if you have the 80 millimeter, you can use a spare channel because it doesn't use channel 6.
Because
You
then
don't
there's
have flaps.
flaps.
So what you do is you plug the controller into channel 6, go to your channel assign in the radio and assign channel 6 will be aux1. You assign that to throttle. And then when you turn your throttle cut on, you don't have throttle, but the aux1 channel will still move.
Still work. Yeah.
You know what I should do? I should.
And you can even put that on a throttle curve if you
Should
want.
I do that too?
There's
Spare
ways
channel?
to do that.
Spare channel burner setup?
You want to show it? Sure, go ahead.
Because I got my F-16.
Do it. So yeah, and if you want to use a throttle curve,
It's really easy.
Because then
People get confused about it, but it's really easy.
Throttle curve is where you can get it to flicker whenever you want.
I'm not going to show a throttle curve, but
No,
I don't do that.
but at least you'll be able to show how it flickers at a little above half. So cool. When you get it set up, let me know, and I'll throw it on there.
Yeah, so I'll show how to just set up a spare channel for a burner. It's really easy.
That's not hard.
Takes a matter of seconds. Who's blowing you up, dude?
That's just my WhatsApp. What the hell kind of plane fly around out here? Got all kinds of tankers flying over us today. Sheesh.
Oh, yeah. There was a Cal Fire helicopter that was like buzzing around.
Well, I mean, like air-to-air
No, I
refueling.
know. But like like refueling tankers.
Yeah. We had a C-17 fly on my job today too.
Okay. Are the Avian ESC fans overkill?
No, I don't think so.
No, they're not overkill. But
They
if
work.
you're like buying, the only thing is if you're buying an Avian ESC for like an EDF, sometimes those troughs are really small. So, but like the V1200 comes with a default. Okay. I don't even have to plug the plane in for this.
No, you don't.
So,
But it'll be cool to see it if you can.
well, I'll show you how to set it up, and then I'll. Okay. So we're doing an F-16. So let's go here to F-16. Oops, I did not mean to click all the way through. Sorry. Okay. So the F-16, since you're not using, actually, hold on. Let me do this. So I'm not blowing your guys' ears out if you're using headphones. Okay. So with the F-16, your aircraft type is going to be normal because you don't have flaps.
Right.
So what that means is to set up. So if you have the 80 millimeter F-16 from E-Flight, channel 6 or aux1 is open because you don't have flaps. That's a 5-channel plane. So what you do to set up a spare channel, this is for any plane. You pick the channel you want to do your burner on. You go here to channel assign, channel input config, and we go here to aux1, which I want the burner, and I just click it, and I just jiggle the throttle. Now aux1 is throttle, and that's it. So now if you look in the menu, if I turn my throttle cut off, the throttle still works, but you can see aux1 moving too. But now if I kill the throttle with throttle cut on, aux1 still moves. And it's going slow because also with a spare channel, you can go into like servo speed and like slow it down so when you slam the throttle, it doesn't like immediately come on. But okay, now let me move this thing up. Move my computer. Let me grab the F-16. Let me show you what you can do with a spare channel. Fire bouquet.
Pull it forward a little bit and turn it over. There you go, Nate. There you go.
I know what I'm doing right. Don't worry.
Chamber.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then again, I'm not going to move the phone, but the setup is pretty much the same, except instead of wiring, the burner plug, the servo lead off the burner controller just goes into channel 6. That's it. So, plug in the airplane. If you wonder where we get that from. Okay, so obviously you have your throttle, but the nice thing is with the spare channel, just go here, throttle cut on, and there's the burner. And that's without having to do anything, just having a spare. And here's the flicker. So if you go just above where it turns on, and the nice thing is too, with a spare channel, you can like set if you want it to turn on at a higher throttle setting. You can adjust all that because it's on its own channel, so it doesn't matter.
And that's where the throttle curve comes in. You can use that if you want.
So here it is, just coming on, but there's the flicker as it's just turning on.
Yeah.
So for me, that's like 60% throttle. And then as I go up, it's going to flicker a little more, and then it's going to steady out and get bright.
But yeah, it's easy to get it to do it. It's not hard.
Yeah. So like I said, just go into your channel assign whatever channel. On like some planes, you use aux2. Whatever channel you have open, you can assign that to a throttle. Plug your burner into it. The Y cable works, but if you want to like customize things, like say you want the burner to come on at like 90%, you can just adjust the travel so that it doesn't come on until 90%. And like I said, you can also do servo speed. So if you look at this, when I slam the throttle, it takes a second to come on. Same when I turn off the throttle. Instead of just going blink, blink, it just kind of...
The real burners do that. They don't just go on and off. It's a gradual on and then off.
Yeah, when they slam the throttle, the burner doesn't just flick on. It's like it introduces itself.
Yeah, they used to do that with some of the older jets, and it sounded like an explosion. Boom! Coming on. But now they gradually feed in full.
100.
But, so yeah, again, another easy thing to do. If you've got an open channel, you may as well do it. So William Hope, that's what I'd say you should do if you're new F-16. So then you can mess with stuff.
Yep.
When you have a Y cable, you're a little limited on what you can do.
Yeah, but it's easy. That's the main reason for it.
Yeah. But if you've got like a 6-channel plane, like if you wanted to do a burner on the Viper with the stock receiver, you're going to have to do a Y. You don't have any
Yeah. And if you want to use reverse, you got to use a Y.
Well, reverse takes up a channel, but they're very interesting in the sense that they have a bunch of like channels, but like you don't have anything plugged in. Air Marshal will probably do better explaining that. But like reverse takes a channel, but you don't lose like a port on the receiver kind of deal, you know?
Right. Wreck 'em Roy, yes, those servos are lightning fast, and I'm actually going to change my E-Flight F-18 to those. Oh, well, hey, check that out. Mr. the Fred Barron, thank you very much for the super chat. Very much appreciated.
You're welcome.
We want to help people out here more than anything. It's not about selling my burners on this channel, although that is what I do, but I do that in other ways. Here to help more than anything.
But yeah, so for you people, ESC people, and some burner help, there you go.
Yeah, and the burners are bright in person. I mean, it's hard to get cameras to focus because of the white balance and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the burners are bright in person, very bright. Even during full sun. Well, glad we could help, William Hope. That's what we're here to do on our Monday live streams. That's what I call it.
Dude, I had my first day of online high school today. Actually, it wasn't bad. It's just one class. It's homeroom class, and it's the same tomorrow. But the homeroom teacher's like, yeah, dude, this is easy. Don't sweat your last 2 years of high school, dude. I'm like, thank goodness. And like, there's some weeks where you only meet with the teacher like once, and you have a whole week to just goof off and just get some work done. It's like, hell yeah, dude. I still may be able to go fly on weekdays.
Twin City Moo, go ahead. Whatever questions you got, ask. And again, thank you to Fred Barron. You are always there every week throwing out super chats and PayPal payments. So very much appreciate it. He is one of my longtime subscribers.
Supporter of the King Dingus.
King Dingus, baby.
And his sidekick. Sidekick. Super Dingus.
Super Dingus. So go ahead, ask away. What's the question?
Chick-fil-A sounds good right now.
Here's the question. Can you explain the numbers on EDF to explain? Oh, yeah, sure. So Lionel Randall. So what numbers are you talking about? Like the size of the plane? I mean, the size of the size of the motor or the KV? Because the motors out there, the 3280 is usually the size of the motor.
Twin City Moon, not at all. Sometimes if you have high timing by accident, you may get, if you get a little more, it's not good because you're going to run things hot, run things warmer. He's asking if you drop your timing to low, will you lose performance?
Not noticeable. Okay, so here, I'll just explain that. And I'm going to put in the event again. But okay, so let's just, number one, let's go with timing. All motors have, depending upon what their winds and turns and all that other stuff, they use different types of timing. Certain motors use specific timing. You know, a lot of outrunners use either low or medium, sometimes use high, depending upon the motor. But for most of the planes out there, especially EDFs, your best bet is to use low timing, especially for the end runners, because the end runners that we use are 4 poles, and 4 poles like to have anywhere from 4 to 9 degrees advance for timing. So if you use low, it's going to be somewhere within that range. Now, when you go above, yes, you are going to gain a little bit in RPM, but you're also going to gain a lot in amp draw.
Yeah,
So,
and when it says gain in RPM, you can't hear it. Like with the F-16,
No.
I didn't notice a difference when I changed
but
the
there
time.
was a slight gain. And there was a slight loss,
Killing,
but it's
getting things hot.
it's getting things hot, and you're actually hurting your motor and you're hurting your battery.
Yeah.
So it was a 12 amp drop for yours, right?
The F-16 was pulling. So with the amp readings we did on the 2100 with the ESC at low timing, it was only pulling like 112 amps.
Right.
But with the F-16, when I had flown it before I had messed with the timing, it was pulling almost 120 amps.
Right.
And after flying,
Actually, it was over. Yeah.
it was like probably a little over that. It was a little over 120.
Yeah.
And the ESC, and that was after the easy maiden flight, the ESC was like 160 degrees.
Yeah.
Which now, if I fly really hard on low timing, it's like 140. So
Right.
with higher timing, yeah, you maybe gain like 100 RPM more, which you can't notice. But then you're losing performance in the end because you're killing your battery and getting things hot.
See, and what people used to go off of was their watt meter readings, because if you're using more amps, you're going to get better watts. But the way that you want to have higher watt readings is by having higher voltage under load. So sure, you're going to get more watts that way, but you're getting it through amps, which is not the good way to do it. You want to get it through voltage, less voltage drop.
Yeah, so if you can go full throttle and your battery stays above 3.8,
you're perfect.
You're good.
Now, and that's the thing. Even with the Avian AC on medium, the battery was okay, but it's always better to use less amps than it is to use more.
What do you mean go free wing?
Ricky. Freewing's good.
I will say, I forgot to mention, my F5 showed up on Tuesday last week, dude. I think it's badass.
Okay, so the other numbers. So the KV is one thing, but the other numbers are usually the dimensions on the motor.
32 millimeters long, 80
80
millimeters wide.
The other way around. So 32 is the diameter, 80 is the length.
My bad.
Yeah.
80
And it works the same.
80 millimeter motor, that'd be chunky.
Yeah, that'd be big. So with the free wings, those are going to be, with their in runner, it's going to be either 36 or 40. Ricky Thrower is Mr. 8S free wings. So his are 39 and 40 millimeter motors. But most of the time,
The F5 I have has a 3658
Mm-hmm.
1920 kV motor.
Right.
So
Now the
it's
crazy
short
thing
enough.
is, the 90 millimeters are 36 also, but they're longer.
Yeah, it's 3672. The 9-blade inrunner, like in my F4.
Yeah.
I don't know what I know. The Viper's a 1950 kV, but I don't know what the motor like size is.
It said something. Well, where did it say it? It says it on because they won't sell the whole motor on
Like I know
they
it's
won't
like
sell they won't sell the whole setup for E-Flight. I don't understand. The FMS, you can get the FMS setup from other places. So let me look that up and I'll get the dimensions for that. But the X-Fly uses the same dimensions as the FMS motors.
FMS. You get 100 more kV.
Okay, so the 1900. So which one were you asking about? The FMS?
Me?
1950. Yeah, I'm curious. I didn't know what the dimensions were.
Cool, Angelo. Yeah, the F5 is a fun plane.
So they're 3670. They're 3670.
The Viper?
The Viper, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
36 millimeters diameter, 70 millimeters long. 74 would be a better number, but hey, they figured it out.
Dude, that thing is gets with it.
And they have that internal cooling fan, which is really cool too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the dude, my F5, I swear my F5 with the 9-blade is just as fast as your X-Fly.
I think it is.
Yeah, I mean, you maybe get on step like half a second faster, but dude, I catch up.
No, you did. You did. If anything, I think the top speed may be a little bit higher.
Although, if we're being honest, if your plane was brand new, it would probably be faster.
Yeah.
I don't think your plane's as aerodynamically stable as mine because of how beat up it is.
Beat to hell. Totally beat to hell.
Your thumbprint, you lose 5 miles an hour with your thumbprint on the wing.
Yeah. So again, with the timing, especially with the in-runners, going to anything above low timing is just adding heat and extra amps. You're not really doing anything of any for any benefit. And KV is RPM, as Ricky's saying. So KV is not the same as what it is for electric transmission. KV is volts, RPMs per volt. So 1000 kV means it's going to spin 1000 RPM with no load per volt. So
whatever your cell count is, multiplied by 1,000.
Right.
With no load.
Whatever the kV is.
Yeah.
With no load, that's what it's going to be. Under load, it's going to be a little less, but yeah. Which number is the most important when upgrading? The most important numbers when you're upgrading. These are good questions too. The most important things when you're upgrading. One of the things that I do. Okay, so it depends on what you're trying to do, but you'll know if the motor is happy or not by the way that it's reading on a watt meter or not. I don't even use a watt meter. You can just use your cell checker to see if if the motor is happy in the airplane. If your voltage is is at or above 3.7 volts per cell, that means that your battery's happy. That means that your motor's happy. If it's anything below that, it's not going to work. And then you also have to check the temperature on your motor. That's a great picture of you, Nate. So yeah, and the KV, it depends too, because sometimes. The hell? Sometimes having the higher KV is not a good thing.
Zane did that.
What the hell?
That video is so funny.
Oh, with that
the plane trash talk.
Yeah.
Should I play that? That's so funny. That shit's so funny. I gotta play that. It's hilarious.
Man, I need a fresh coat of paint. Shut your ass up. Who the fuck is you talking to, bro? I'm talking to your ugly ass. Bruh.
Bruh.
Who the fuck makes a yellow fucking fucking plane. I'm gonna start calling you pissy plane, you little bitch.
Okay, put it away. That's too much cussing.
Damn, your ass
That's
up.
too much cussing. Too much cussing. Put it away. Put it away. Put it away. Too much. I muted you. Too much cussing.
Oh my god, that shit's so funny, dude.
That is funny. I laughed at that.
Airplane trash talk.
I'm like, how you pissing plane?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Yeah. So, any other questions? Those are some good questions. I'd like some more. See if I can help y'all. So, most important number when upgrading is weight and thrust. If you can get lower weight and higher thrust, or higher thrust for the same weight, and then lower amp draw, and then another
The
thing.
Griffin upgrade's a perfect example. I lost weight and I gained a lot of thrust.
Yes, but you also gained low end thrust that you never had before. So,
Oh. I was like, what's at the door? My mom's changing the Ring camera. I was like, what's going on?
what the heck is going on here? What the hell is going on
I
here?
just saw a hand in the camera. I was like, oh. But then I realized my mom's just changing the battery. It did.
William Hope, what's the temperature like there in Vegas?
No. The fan in the Avian's not required. If you buy an Avian new, it's going to have the fan on it, but you can easily just unscrew it. It's like the V1200. They put it on there because it can fit it. But the EDFs don't have it.
You need it in that plane too.
Yeah, because the ESC is in the fuselage, so it doesn't get as much cooling. But like the an EDF, not only can you not fit it with the ESC cavities, but the ESC is in the stream of air in the sense of when it's sucking air in, it's getting cooled off. So
The whole time, pretty much the whole time.
mm-hmm.
Even when it's not running, it's air coming in.
It doesn't. If you're talking the E-Flight 80 F-16, it's not going to fit. Ray will tell you how tight that ESC cavity is.
That's why I got so lazy. That's why my plane is crashed, because I put that shitty ESC in there. But whatever. Lesson learned.
That's what she said exactly.
Lesson learned.
Dude, the Ultra Stick plug and play is badass.
How much was that plane?
$550
That's a little too much.
for a balsa. It's pretty good. Because
That's a little too much for me right now.
You look like Speed Fresh, dude. If you think about it, though, the Ultra Stick 10cc, which is the same size, the red one, it's the same plane. The price of that airframe now, and then all the electronics to get it flying, it costs the same as if you buy one that's already done. And you don't have to put in all that time.
Yep.
I had that plane out of the box and flying within an hour. And my radio setup is more complicated because I did full span ailerons. Should I pull that plane down?
I don't care.
That's where I put it. Dude, it looks so sick up on the wall like that.
Cool, William Hope. I'll get back to you in email. Much appreciated.
See you, William Hope. Dude, is there any bugs in the... Oh, you know... Oh, shit, dude. We're gonna do some Kenny action. I'm gonna open the garage and see if I can get some bugs to fly in here, dude.
Very welcome, Mike Bird. Thank you for coming by.
Let me see if I can get some bugs to...
Yeah, we still got 30 people. Thank y'all for hanging out.
Dude, the nice thing is my online high school, I don't start till 9 a.m., so I can stay up later. Because I'm an early person, so I'm always awake. Like this morning, I was up at 7.
I was up at 5.
Okay. I should go turn the porch lights off. Or something, I don't know. I just want to see if there's any bugs out here.
Thunder in the Valley. What is that? Thunder in the Valley was a full scale.
You know what? I look like a lunatic.
A full scale Air Force exercise. F-35s, F-16s, and F-15s.
I swear I just thought about what I just said, and I look like a lunatic waving this thing.
Okay, we got some more questions showing up in here. Woohoo! So Airvex, let's see what Airvex said. I tried to put an avian in the 70.
Oh, I killed
no
something.
space. You're probably shocking yourself.
No.
Checked it out, the original. Yeah, that's different.
No, I killed something.
Oh, yeah, and the avian has the BEC set to higher voltage, so you're probably going to fry stuff if they can't handle it.
Huh? What? It's
What?
default. It's defaulted to 6 volts.
And a lot of the older stuff can't do that.
Older stuff. What is he trying to put it in?
He put it in an Ultra Stick. PNP.
He's not putting it in. It's in it.
Oh, it's in it. Oops.
Yeah, it's defaulted at 6.
Oops. Oh, John T, what's happening, my friend from New Zealand? Somebody will have bills over in shop. Such a life out.
Someday they will have bills and rent and a shitty job that sucks the life out of you, and he will understand the value of a hard-earned dollar.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about, Victor. You're talking about the one that's in Lincoln. Yeah.
Oh. Hopefully I won't have a shitty job, because I'm on the road to have a good job, flying career-wise.
Yeah, he's starting out early. He'll be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with some pretty bills, but the thing is hopefully I won't have a shitty job like most kids my age do.
So here's the deal. I was looking.
I already have a good job. I get to run around an airport and I get paid $14 an hour to do nothing.
I was looking at what pilots make, and it's pretty impressive. Your first couple of years, you don't make that much.
No, because especially me going into the corporate business, I'm probably going to be flying some shitty corporate job, flying PC-12s. But
that doesn't. I mean, you start out. It's not bad.
Yeah, you work your way up.
Before you know it, you're making $130 an hour. So, yeah, it's a good deal. Big Chris, thank you for watching, my friend.
My parents combined make a lot of money a year, and I could make more than them myself combined than they make a year. So, yeah. Just saying.
Pilots can make lots and lots of money.
They make. I don't know how much they make a year. Probably make a little over $1 million a year.
No.
Two of them? They make a lot of money, dude. My mom.
Oh, I'm not talking about your parents. I'm talking about pilots.
No. I'm talking about my mom and dad combined.
Okay.
My mom gets paid like $500,000 a year.
You don't need to be telling people that.
Huh?
You don't need to be telling people that.
I don't. Fucking who cares? Not like she's doing anything illegal to make that money.
I know, but still, you don't need to be telling people that. Anyway,
she's dealing with clients saying OnlyFans charges are fraud when they know they aren't.
OnlyFans has got some problems.
That was so funny, dude. That was so funny.
OnlyFans is gonna be out the business here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know what Air Marshal's gonna do. Him and Ryan, dude. I don't know what they're gonna do when they're.
Man, I saw a plane today for sale too. It was a good price. I'm like, dad, nabbit. My fat ass won't fit no damn at 150 though.
Oh yeah, the one on Wingswap.
It was 28 grand.
That thing's pretty.
It was a little 150.
You'd have to be the pilot that would sit in the middle and have one foot on one set of columns and then the other foot on the other set of columns.
Hey, it would just be for fun anyway. It wouldn't be for anything other than fun.
You said I can't be seriously qualified, John T.
That's the thing, John T. If you go through it and start early, you can get.
And the nice thing is starting early and working at the airport. All the people I know that have started as a young kid running around an airport, you get clicks, and I already have a decent amount of clicks in the full-scale aviation world. So, take example, Owen, SJC spotter. He used to just run around an airport cleaning planes, and now he's flying Gulfstreams and making a lot of money. So, just think about that.
He was at the air show last time we had it too.
Yeah, but he was doing Young Eagle flights. That's another thing too. I can do little things. Young Eagle flight.
And then Brandon too, Brandon Contreras.
Oh, dude, Brandon and I were so.
Have you seen him?
We're actually thinking about getting into a partnership with a tailwheel with him.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Him, me, and a flight instructor out of South County named Taylor. They have a Belanca. Is it a Detroiter?
I don't know.
It's like a Champ, but with a bigger engine.
Yeah.
And he reached out to us. He's like, hey, if you contribute, hangar costs, you can get full access to a tailwheel, get checked out in it, and fly it whenever you want. And I'm like, see, you see, guys, clicks. I can get a tailwheel checkout. I can get I can get my tail wheel I can get all my tail wheel flying done, and then as soon as I get my license, just sign my login for a tail wheel endorsement without even having to do anything. So again, I'm getting on
there's
the road.
ways. There are ways.
And the nice thing is too, if that actually goes through, instead of having to wait to get all my hours where I can fly the tow plane, just jump in the tow plane right away. And especially since the Belong to Detroit is probably a lot harder plane to fly than the Pawnee.
The Bledsoe's never on anymore either. I never see him.
But
if you get in a specific field like a corporate or you do like private jobs, you make a lot more money than most.
I could make more than airline pilots.
Yeah, seriously.
So yeah, I may be dreaming, but I mean, shit, dude.
Well, dreams come reality. If you do it, if it's what you want, it'll happen.
Put my mind to it, which I mean, I love flying, so I don't know why I wouldn't put my mind to it.
Ghost Pryor, Mr. George Pryor, what's happening? Ghost RC, Mr. George Pryor, howdy. So I think I might need to go help the wife with some groceries, so I will be back.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Roy, I know it sounds like a dream, but that's my life goal. And I don't know if you're involved in the aviation community, the full-scale aviation community, but it's always everybody I know, all of the old pilots that I've flown with, they said, oh yeah, I was out at Reno in the 60s, just washing racers with a rag. And now look at me. I'm, flying all these planes. I was a United captain. It's like, you keep going. You get your private, get your commercial, get your instrument, get your ATP. Booyah. And now that we have our own airplane, I can fly, build my time. I'll have my check ride done for powered in probably 6 months once I turn 17, because I got my glider license. Get my powered license, get my tail wheel, fly the tow plane, build time, which is tail wheel time. Tail wheel time's the best time. And then go on, get my commercial. I can, do rides, get my instrument, ATP, and head off.
The thing is, set it, and not necessarily even about goals. It's about doing what you want to do. You set your mind to it, do it.
And yes, aviation is a pretty penny. That's
so what? But it's also a worthy investment. You put that time in, and it pays for itself.
Well, if my mom wasn't into aviation, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So having my mom into it,
that helps.
That really helps.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I didn't get a chance to do it when I was younger. I should have, when I could have taken advantage of the whole thing. And I didn't have the support. Nate's got the support. And I'd like to give all the kids that want to do this the support that I didn't have, so that they can do what they want to do. And now that I'm older and I make my own money and I can do what I want to do for the most part, it's actually more fun for me this way, because now nobody can tell me no.
Oh yeah, I completely understand, John T. With needing hours. That's just a given in aviation. You need hours to do anything.
Yeah. See, now the only problem with being an international airline pilot is that you're a bus driver, and you kind of do, yes, it's a cool job, but you're flying people all around the world, and you're never home.
An airline pilot's job: take off, turn the yaw dampener on, turn the autopilot on, flight level change. Okay, take a nap. Oh, okay, we're on 5 mile final. Okay, autopilot's coming on. Land.
Every now and then take over if a system goes down, but other than that, it's not really.
I actually, so one of our tow pilots, he was a United captain. He flew. He last flew before he retired 787s. But I remember one time he said the autopilot failed, and he's like, "Dude, that was the most fun flight because I got to actually fly."
Yeah. Other than that, you set your altitude, you set all that stuff. It does it for you.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I actually got to fly the plane for once because the autopilot was dead. Because, I mean, yeah, they can do that even if the autopilot works, but it's like, they may as well not. But he's like, oh, yeah, my autopilot failed. I got to fly. He
So here, check this out too. This is always kind of funny. This is a funny story. One of the girls that I went to school with in high school, she was a cheerleader. Never even thought that she was into aviation. She ended up going to Embry-Riddle, got her pilot's license, became a commercial pilot. Now she's doing the whole corporate thing. She was flying for one of the big airlines for a while and then got furloughed, but then picked it up again and she's flying corporate. The last person that I expect to ever do that. And she's a corporate pilot flying jets all over the place. So
what's up, Carter?
put your mind to it.
Chris is in here. He said his son's watching. He wants me to say hi. What's up, Carter?
What's up, Carter? How you doing, buddy?
Be a pilot. Fly all your dad's planes better than he does.
Yeah. There are ways to achieve what it is that you want to achieve.
Well, yeah, and that, you have to do your simulator
This
trick.
was funny. It was funny today too. This was cracking me up. So I was fueling generators today, and I always pay attention to what's going on in the sky because of airplanes, eagles, and other stuff. And I look up and I see this thing go whizzing by. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And it was a Mavic. I'm like, who the hell's flying that? It was going as fast as it could. Mavic will do like, 45, 50 miles an hour.
45 in sport mode.
Yeah, and it was hauling. I'm like, what the heck? So then it goes buzzing down, and then it stops, and then it just climbs straight up. So then I'm looking around trying to see who it was that was flying it, because I'm like, it must be one of the contractors here looking at something or looking for something, because they could put FLIR and other stuff on there. Wreck and Roy, military, if you don't start out, that's not the best thing to do.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend it.
The military, like, people have said that to me. I just, again, like Ray said, you have to, I don't have a military mindset. Like, I had military in my family, but they were never alive to, like, get me into it. So it's like, I haven't, because most of the kids you see going to the military, most of them, not all of them, but like most of them, like, grow up with a big military background. Yeah. And I had that, but none of my family members that were in the military never were alive to, get me into that. So it's like, that's not my thing.
Nate's already gotten started well before.
I've already gotten started with what I want to start with. I'm already on the road to what I want to do. So
it doesn't require the military to get there. He'll be fine. He's already got so many hours. He's already working at an airport, gotten a whole bunch of hours. Brandon Contranis is another good example of how you build up a crap ton of hours flying, flying banners and other stuff.
Banner tows. He was flying a beat up old Super Cub, towing banners, and now
everywhere.
So he left the banner towing business, and he's now a ferry pilot. Because these ferry pilots, all these guys that want you to ferry airplanes, are like, oh my God, you have all this tail wheel time, and you have all these different type ratings and all these different airplanes. He ferries like the funkiest airplanes. Like he ferried like some pusher prop thing around the United States.
Yep. So there's other ways to do it. There's lots of ways to do it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to go directly where I want to be. It's like, you work your way up. You get a job doing something like me. I'm going to probably, fly the tow plane for a couple of years, build. You can build a lot of time being a tow pilot because they're flying 6 hours a day. I mean, we had one day where the tow pilot did 50 tows. Like, that's a lot of time.
Or a jump pilot.
Jump pilot, too. That's another thing. I could do that, too, but I'll probably, stick to the tow plane world.
Yeah.
Just, that's what I meant.
Military works for a lot of people, but it also doesn't work for others. So, if you get started at the right age, which Nate has been on that path already, you're good.
I started doing full scale when I was 10 years old. And I started working at the airport like right when I turned 13. So, that's another thing, multi-engine. But I know people with multi-engine airplanes, so it's like I can, All
right, y'all. So we've been going on for quite a while. It's 8:55. I'm getting tired, but it's been good. There's been a lot of good questions. This is something I want to do too. Is you guys come up with things that you'd like for us to talk about, and then put it in the comments, and we'll come up with things to, you can come up with topics for the days or whatever, or for these shows, and we'll figure it out and figure out how we can help. But again, we're having our little air show coming up this weekend, so if you guys can make it out, I'm going to put that in there again. You guys can make it out. I also put the event on the Facebook page. So you can put that on there. It gives you all the details and how to get there. So there you go.
Oh my God, dude! I saw I saw what you're talking about with the RC Sailors Ishin F-16.
Yeah.
Blowing the
Just-
servo wires.
Just
That
before
was
even
so
through it.
funny.
Now, Andy, if you want, you can hang out with us the whole day too. We'll be there. If you have a couple planes you want to show off, you can put them down there as a static display too.
Too bad we won't have Todd's full setup.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about trying to do something for him too. If there's some sort of a little tribute you can do to him. I don't know if any of his family will be out there, but we'll try. But that's it, y'all. I'm gonna get going. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week. And if there are any questions to anything, guys, these things repeat, but you can also put questions in the regular comments. So as I've said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, my whole thing here is to help the community get better at what it is that they're doing. I've been doing this for a long time. I've got a lot of knowledge I can share. Nate hasn't been doing it for that long, but he's a damn good RC pilot, so he can help too. He knows the technical side of things. We both do, but we bounce off each other in different ways. So we're here to help. If there's anything you guys need in the RC world, we can help you out with it.
I've been doing it a decent amount of time.
No, I just gave you credit, fool. What are you worried about?
No. Because as long as you. But now that I think about it, I've been flying RC. Come February, it'll be a decade.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, little Jack, he hasn't been flying that long, but he flies better than just about all people out there, regardless of their age. So
Yeah.
some people just get it faster than others. And it's no fault of anyone.
Starting young.
Yeah. So
That's what
anyway, you guys have a good night.
Yeah. See you guys.
Always ask questions. There's no problem with us. No questions stupid either, unless it's something that Nate brings up that's dumb. But whatever.
Make me open my phone, dude.
It's all good. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Right.
Have a good week, and hopefully see you guys this weekend at the show. Okay. Adios.
See ya.